Hi, welcome to the Forest of Arden. My name is Chris Ryan and today is Friday, which means it's your Friday. So this is where you provide the content. I want you to suggest topics, to suggest videos, to suggest titles. It might just even be a question that you want me to answer. Maybe you're having a discussion with the people you play golf with. You can't find the answer. I'm going to hopefully help you out. So if you would like to get involved, post your comments down below, your questions, your topics, send me an email, Instagram, whatever it may be. Let me know and hopefully we're going to do a video to help you. So today we're helping Nick Bridgeman. Nick sent me an email a couple of weeks ago talking about how you can, or how he could, I should say, maintain his performance through his round of golf. So in his email he stated that he felt he started the rounds pretty well, but towards the back nine he started to notice a change in performance, a change in ball flight, his concentration dipped, and he certainly found that was reflected in his scores, that his back nine scores were a lot higher. So we're going to go through 4 things that I think are going to really be key to Nick, and hopefully you as well, if you find that this kind of describes a little bit of your rounds of golf. We're not talking in this video anything technical. We're not going to talk about, club face or grip or swing. We're just talking about things that you can do on the golf course which are going to help you finish your round of golf, hopefully as strongly as you started. The first thing we're going to talk about is energy levels and hydration. You need to be making sure that you're keeping yourself hydrated by taking on some liquids, and you're keeping your energy levels high. That's going to be down to eating well before the round of golf, or depending on what time you play, eating throughout that round of golf just to keep your energy levels pretty high. A golf course is a long walk, especially if you're carrying your golf bag. You're looking at maybe 5-6 miles, with a bag on your back. That's a lot of energy that you're going to be using. You need to keep that energy level high. So make sure you're eating well and you're drinking well. In Nick's email, he did say that he felt this was okay. He did eat and drink well during the round, but that's going to be your first thing to focus on. Number 2 is all about sticking to your pre-shot routine. So hopefully you've all got a pre-shot routine. If you haven't, that's going to be number 1 job. Get yourself a pre-shot routine. But I want you to stick to it. So what I will tend to see is golfers who tee off on the first, maybe it's the local medal, with all the best intentions. They're going to go and play the best round of golf, and you see them with this fantastic routine. But if you pick them up in the back nine, maybe the 10th, 11th, 12th hole, sometimes you see that routine isn't quite there, or it's not quite as disciplined. It's maybe not as effective as it has been. So certainly one of the goals that you can have going out to play golf is to have a routine and stick to it no matter what the score. So even if you're having a terrible round of golf, stick to your routine. So I'm going to hit one down here, this 10th hole in the Arden. I've got a 3-wood because this is what exactly I would hit off this tee. So I'm just going to go through my routine. So by the time I've picked my shot, I've picked my club, I've picked where I'm going to hit it, I would then start here, feet together, visualizing the ball flight, really seeing how that ball's going to get from A to B, how high, what shape, all those types of things. I'm then going to walk in and hopefully execute that shot. So really, really key that we stick to the routine that you're going to have during that round of golf. It's difficult, trust me. If you're having a terrible round of golf and you're into that back nine, it's hard to get a little quick because you just feel like you want to get round, but stick to your routine. That's our second point. Third point is game plan. If you have a game plan, stick to that game plan. I appreciate a game plan needs to be able to change and adapt to how you're playing. If you're playing match play, you may be 1 down, 2 down, or 2 up. You're going to change a little bit about what you do. What I mean by sticking to your game plan, if I decide that today I'm going to be really, thinking about putting the ball in the fairway, I'm going to hit some irons, I'm going to hit some 3-woods, I'm going to hit some rescues. If my score isn't going as well as I'd like and I suddenly start pulling out driver, I'm going to find that it's going to change my game plan. I might start hitting some poorer drives. The game plan I chose might be because driver isn't my strongest club. If I feel like I'm going to start pushing and starting to hit that driver, I may well, start to hit some poorer shots. This actually happened to me relatively recently in a round of golf. I had a game plan. I 3-putted a hole. I went to 1 over. I changed my game plan. I hit driver on the next hole where I wouldn't normally. That cost me a couple more shots and suddenly my score started to get away from me. So great example there of me not sticking to my game plan, and that really affected my score, and I certainly didn't have as good a round as I could have done. So game plan and sticking to it. The last thing that we're going to talk about to help you maintain your performance is play with the ball flight that you have that day. If I'm hitting the ball slightly left or slightly right, I need to allow for that round of golf. What I will see all too often is golfers play on the golf course, and what they'll do is they'll be far too quick to react to different shots. So what I will see is a golfer maybe standing on, let's say, the 3rd hole, and they hit the ball a little bit to the left. On the 4th hole, they'll be trying to change something. Because that went left, they'll be thinking to themselves, well, maybe I'll aim a bit right, or maybe I'll weaken my grip, or maybe I'll change this. That ball may well go to the right. Suddenly on the next tee, we're trying to change that again. We're trying to go back to, well, let's aim a bit more left and let's change the grip. They're far too quick to react to shots. By the time we get to the 12th hole, 13th hole, we've made 6 or 7 changes. We don't know where we are. We've lost our kind of rhythm. We've lost our timing. We don't know what to expect from the ball flight, and we start to struggle. What I would do is I would probably play the first few holes with a normal swing. If I feel there's a pattern emerging, by a pattern I mean the ball is going to the right 3 or 4 times in a row, I would then allow for that. I would then just say, okay, my ball flight today is going to the right. I'm just going to allow for that and aim up the left. I'm not going to suddenly make 3 or 4 different swing changes during the front 9 to try and find a golf swing on that day. I'm going to allow for that golf swing and play that round of golf with that ball flight. And if I feel that's not the right ball flight, that's when I can practice after the round of golf, get to the range, get my fundamentals good, get my swing working better, and hopefully hit some better shots. Right, let me hit one more shot and then we'll finish up. But hopefully that is going to help you, Nick. A few little ideas that you can use on the golf course. Okay, that was a little bit out of the bottom, but that's actually going to be pretty much in perfect position. So 4 things. If you can do those 4 things, hopefully your performance is going to be as good at the last few holes as it was at the first few holes, and you're hopefully going to see a reduction in score and a reduction in handicap. Thank you very much for watching. It's your Friday. Make sure you comment below with topics that you want me to film, and hopefully we'll answer your question very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Usual stuff is down below. Use it as you wish, and hopefully we shall see you again soon.